Hi, I'm Ariana. Nice to meet you both.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
So, Marguerite, you were also an actress on Vampire Diaries, and now you're a showrunner on Vampire Academy. How's it like to be more behind the scenes, and how has both your relationship evolved?
Well, that's a great multi-pronged question. I'm going to try and answer it fast, which is
Okay.
we met working on a show called Kyle XY years ago. I was an actor, Julie's a producer, became buddies, and then while we were vacationing, she read Vampire Academy books before Vampire Diaries. I said, read these books. I read those books. Then all the vampire stuff happens. I'm an actor on Vampire Diaries. I think at one point she realized I was a writer and said, hey, would you ever like consider writing on Vampire Diaries? And I was like, I don't think I really understand it. The rules are too complex.
Your
but
mythology is too much.
it's too much.
Yeah.
I don't think it's also Sheriff Forbes never really knew anything. So I felt like I said, but if you ever do anything with originals, I would be really excited because I love the idea of these 1,000-year-old vampires. And that kind of started and
Yeah.
kicked everything off. And from then on, also because of, that writing and producing and all of that, we had a lot of success writing together, doing everything together. So it's been a long, wonderful, interesting road. I mean, is it easier to be an actor? Kind of, yes, in a way. But I would say this is one of the most satisfying, crazy rides I've ever been on. And to do it with your ride or die is great. So that's the short answer.
Yeah.
For sure. So speaking of Vampire Academy, how's it like for both of you to approach a franchise that has a book series, a movie, so a lot of source material? Is it exciting or like really daunting? Because as you said before, Marguerite, there's a lot of rules in each vampire universe.
Mhm.
I tend to divide adaptations into kind of three segments. One is the do not touch it, like do not change a word, do not change a character name. We'll call it the Twilight adaptation. And then there's, say, like the Vampire Diaries adaptation, which is like, oh, those books, they had a lot of really fun ideas and some fun, great characters and a great world. So I'm going to take the starters of that and then just do my own thing. And then Vampire Academy fits nicely in the middle, which is I was such a fan before I was even really doing much writing for television. I was such a fan of this book series. And so personally, I approach adapting it as I approach it as a fan, saying, what do I want to make sure that we get right? And what do we want to make sure that we don't, disappoint people with? And all these things, I want to see them in the show at some point. And then the writer and me, and the writer with a partner and Marguerite, as we like look at it from a structural point of view, we were able to make a lot of choices that will create a lot of surprises for the fans of the books who may not expect us to be telling the story in the order that we're telling it. And then of course, every time you're adapting something, you do create new characters and you do create, new ideas and new elements to the show. But 100%, this show is pretty spiritually faithful to its source material, if not literally faithful.
Yeah.
For both of you, since you're such fans of the book, what scene or element did you want to make sure that was in the TV show and that you were really excited to see come to life in this way?
This is Rose and Lissa,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It's 100% Rose and Lissa's deep, beautiful friendship. Like female friendship is a huge. Our lives are improved by female friendships, and we get through that way. And these two are really unique, very separate identities, very different people, best friends forever. And that core beautiful friendship that is tested and that they keep fighting for each other and for their friendship, their loyalty is such a big element. And seeing that portrayed beautifully on screen, because it was so beautiful in the books, was like key.
Yeah, for me, my instinct is always to lean into romance, lean always heavily into romance, almost more than anything else. And in this case of this adaptation, it was prioritize this friendship first, then get there and get the romance right in their respective romantic relationships, and then build the world out around that. But it was really wanting to make sure that we did not shy away from everything that's important about the love, the friendship love between these two girls.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, and congrats on this new adventure for you guys. Talk about
Thank
friendship.
you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.